I balance being able to read and study all in a week. Everything that I would want in a fantasy romance book. I got a 95 on the first exam. Hey guys, my name is Aaliyah. I am a nursing student and I love books. I'm a firm believer that you do not need to stop all of your hobbies or stop doing the things that you love in order to stay in nursing school. You can definitely balance both, and I feel like I'm a prime example of this. I have good grades, I study all the time, and I have a good habit of prioritizing my time accordingly, and I still have time to do what I love, aka read. At the beginning of nursing school, they told me to quit my job. They told me I won't have a lot of time to spend with my friends and family, and that I'm most likely gonna have to put my hobbies aside. And that honestly just is not the truth at all. So that is why I'm taking you guys along with me this week, and I'm gonna be showing you how I balance being able to read and study all in a week. So I'm in my 4th semester of nursing school, and I have a test basically every week. Up until capstone, which is where we will just start shadowing a nurse basically for the rest of the semester. And whenever that time comes, we will not have to do any school work, so that's really nice. So basically for the first 8 weeks of class, we have a test every single week. So this is like prime time for nursing students, and I am very busy. This definitely is my busiest semester just because the workload is 10 times harder. We have clinicals every week, we have tests every week, we have simulations every other week. It's definitely hectic. I am definitely going to be searching for times to read this week, so it's mainly going to be before bed, and I might not even get to read some of the days, but I'm going to try my best and I'm going to show you that it can still be done. The book that I'm going to be reading this week is Wild Reverence by Rebecca Ross. I have been in a semi-book slump since the beginning of the year just because I feel like I've been reading books that have taken too much brain power. Like I tried to read Beartown and I had to soft DNF it for a little bit because I just wasn't in the mood for like a literary fiction book. And then I've just been reading some graphic novels because I just have not been finding any books that I've been super interested in. But this book is a predicted 5 stars for me. I love fantasy romance. That's my favorite genre. Either fantasy romance, but I'm getting into more fiction romance kind of together. So this book is about this girl named Matilda, and she is actually the daughter of gods and goddesses of separate realms in this world. And so these separate realms are also enemy realms. So she is the product of 2 enemy god and goddesses. And so it's very looked down upon, but she is the product of this, and her powers are that she is a herald. So she is able to send letters from one realm to the next. And this also consists of the mortal realm as well, where humans reside. And so basically this book is about her being born into the world of gods and goddesses, her coming to her power and just realizing and finding her identity. And then this is also a romance between her and a mortal that she meets. How their love story came about is that he actually starts dreaming about her when he is 13 years old, or I think 12 years old. And he has a lot of childhood turmoil. And so these dreams of her almost become a safe haven for him. And he starts seeing her as this like hero that comes and helps him in his dreams, even though it's not actually her. Anyway, I don't want to get too much into it, but basically time passes and you see them meet, and it's just this epic love story. I have started a little bit of this book, that's why I'm able to tell you a better summary. I'm really excited to see how this love story progresses. Again, this is a predicted 5 star, so I have very high hopes, but that might bite me in the butt. I don't know, we'll see. I do not think that I will be reading any more books just because it's going to take me a while to get through this, and I already know that. So just warning that I will not be probably getting through this book. This video is more just to show you guys kind of how I balance studying and reading. Each day I will tell you guys how much I studied that day and how much I read that day. I think that that will be fun just so you can see a comparison. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's just go ahead and get right on into it. Hey guys, good morning. So this morning I am about to head over to take my test. It is currently like 7 o'clock, so I'm gonna eat breakfast and then head off to go take that exam. I'm at the point in the semester where I've gotten good grades on my first test, so now I'm kind of just coasting and hoping for the best, honestly. It's that point, okay? It's that point in nursing school, and it's that point in the semester. Like, I'm honestly just trying to get by, you know? Yesterday, I did not get to read that much, as you saw last night, because I drove home from Topeka in the morning, and then I went to class, and then after class I came home and I studied for my test. So I really didn't get to have time to read at all, which usually happens when I have days that I'm studying for tests. I don't really read that much, but then I always prioritize reading at night, even if it's just 20 minutes, just to like turn my brain off. And so I read for about 45 minutes last night. Like, this book is single-handedly getting me out of my reading slump. So very thankful for that, and I'm excited to continue reading it. Today I'm gonna have a lot more time to read, so let's go. So after tests, I usually like to just go home and chill, if that's like taking a nap or reading or just anything, just to kind of get my mind like, I don't need to study, I don't need to do anything right now. And then I will continue to do more work later. But for right now, I'm gonna read some more of Wild Reverence, maybe do some editing, I don't know, we'll see. But I cannot wait to just sit down and read this book. Okay, so I am about 175 pages into Wild Reverence, and I have not felt this excited over a book in so long. Like, I seriously have not felt this feeling in forever. This book is just honestly everything that I would want in a fantasy romance book. I really like Divine Rivals, but even if you didn't like Divine Rivals, I would still pick this up because this is nothing like Divine Rivals. I mean, it's only set in the same world, but that's honestly the only similarity between the two books. This just goes so much deeper into the politics in the world and the magic system and the god and goddesses, and it's just so phenomenal. And I love our female main character, and I just love how developed this plot is. It doesn't feel like there has been many holes. I mean, at least that I've recognized so far. The depth that these characters already have, you really dive into at least one of the main characters' pasts and kind of why she is the way she is now. And I think that is so essential and important to the plot because I really feel like I know this character. I'm only 175 pages in and I really feel like I know her. So when it comes to fantasy books, I prefer more plot-driven books than character-based books. And I like character-based books when it comes to like contemporary romances and stuff, but for fantasy, I get really bored if it's just about the characters. But the only thing with that is that sometimes when I read a really fast-paced plot fantasy book, then I kind of don't feel as connected to the characters because I don't know them as much, because the story doesn't take as much time to really dive into the characters' depth. But I feel like this book is doing such a perfect job at incorporating depth to the character and me really feeling like I understand who she is and why she is the way she is, but then that doesn't take away from the plot, and you're still finding things out about the plot through her past. And so the plot is going really quickly as well, and it doesn't feel like it's rushed or too quick, and it's just honestly such a good fantasy romance book. I don't have much more to say right now because again, the plot is just getting started. So, but all I can say is that I really like it so far. Like, this is the first fantasy book since I read Onyx Storm that I'm like genuinely so invested in. Like, this is probably a 5-star, if not more stars. Like, I'm not even kidding, it's so good. So that's my update. Alright guys, I just want to give you a quick update on my week. Today is Wednesday and I was supposed to have clinical today, but it got canceled because my clinical instructor is sick, so that's actually super nice because I got like a free day basically. No, I have so much homework and I have a makeup assignment that I have to do, so I'm going to be spending a lot of my day doing that. So yesterday I read after class, but I honestly got distracted with the 2026 Winter Olympics because I'm a huge figure skating fan right now, courtesy of the book The Favorites. Yeah, that book kind of got me into all of the ice skating lore and I'm just obsessed with it. I'm watching on the TV behind you guys the ice dance finals and I'm so excited to see if USA takes the gold. I really hope they do. But anyway, yesterday I got really distracted. I literally watched like 4 or 5 hours of just ice skating and the Olympics and all of that. So I did not have as much time as I wanted to read, but just know that I would have had that time. Like nursing school, I can find time to do fun things and watch my shows and read books and everything like that. So I would have probably read a lot more, but I got distracted and that's okay. So now today, it's about 12 o'clock. I have not read anything today because I went to a workout class this morning and I've been doing a lot of homework, and then the Olympics are on, so I've been watching that. I will probably be able to read a little bit tonight though, so I'll go ahead and show you guys that. The first couple days of my week are usually my busiest days, and then once like Thursday comes around, I usually have like the weekend of having a lot more free time and just being able to relax. And my test that's next week is not going to be a hard test. I got a 95 on the first exam. So I know that this exam, I don't have to study as hard. I'm gonna still study, but I'm not going to stress myself over about it if I don't fully understand everything. I'm just going to get the best score that I can. I'm not going to beat myself up over it. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm still reading, obviously. Let me see what page I'm on. Guys, I literally, like, last night, I was half asleep reading this book. You know, like when you're in your bed and you're like exhausted, but you really want to lock in on your book, but you just like aren't comprehending everything, so you're having to reread every sentence like twice. Yeah, that's how I was feeling last night. So I did not get very far last night. I think the last update I told you I was like on page 175, and now I'm on page 203. So I did not read very much last night. I read about like 20 pages. So anyway, that's my update. So it's Friday. I have not done any reading the past 2 days. Yep, that's nursing school for you. Yesterday, my friends and I had a little Galentine's Day. I babysat in the morning, which I usually don't babysit during the week, but this week I didn't have clinicals, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna pick up some work because I have more free time. So I babysat yesterday morning and this morning, and then yesterday I went from babysitting straight to a Galentine's, and we ended up staying at the Galentine's from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. So by the time I got home, I was literally exhausted. I did not want to do anything. So guess what? I didn't do anything. And that's just how it worked. And then today I had to do all of the work that I should have done yesterday, and I had to do it today, but I also babysat. And then I'm going to dinner with one of my friends tonight. So I had to get all of my work done in like 5 hours, which is not a lot of time for nursing school. That's not a lot of time to get 2 days worth of work in one day. So yeah, I'm struggling. Unfortunately, I haven't even been able to read before bed, and that's just honestly the reality of nursing school. And I'm telling you guys, it's not always like this. Most of the time during the week, I'm able to read at least an hour every day. Like seriously, I can do that. But it's really just about prioritizing your time. So for example, if I weren't to have that Galentine's Day yesterday, I would have had so much more time to read, and I would have read. So I want to put that out there that like it's honestly about making sacrifices, picking and choosing what you want to do with your day. Because I will die on this hill where nursing school in and of itself is not hard. The actual content is not hard because you see it in the clinical setting. This isn't like you're learning physics. You are learning real life things that you can see and that you can apply and that you will do with your patients. So it's easy content to learn. It's just a lot of content. But the reason why people say that nursing school is so hard is because you have so much assignments, you have so many tests, you have clinicals every week, you have simulations, you have all of these things that you need to do. So it's really about managing your time. If you are someone that has a full-time job, nursing school is going to be really hard for you to adapt to. It's more just like balancing your life with nursing school and learning how to deal with both of those simultaneously. It took me a long time to figure it out, and if you guys want tips, I can tell you because I have so many tips. But anyway, so yeah, I'm going to a Galentine's with my girl. I'm so excited. I'm wearing this shirt. Is actually from Singapore whenever I went in December, and I just love the like style. I don't know if you can even see the whole thing, but I just love the slouchy style of it. It's so different. And then I'm just wearing white jeans. I don't know if you can see, but I'm just wearing white jeans. And then my hair, oh my gosh, like I'm kind of so proud of my hair, guys. So anyway, I did not read. Maybe I'll read tonight. I'll update you guys if I do. Okay, I'm truly in a rush because it's Valentine's Day, so I'm about to go and hang out with my boyfriend. Okay, sorry if the lighting is bad. I truly can't find a good spot in my room that has good lighting because it's rainy and cloudy outside right now. So I got to a really good part in Wild Reverence, and I'm literally, guys, I'm obsessed with this book. This is genuinely one of the best books I've read in a long time. Like, I am hooked. And like, even though I'm in nursing school and I'm busier than usual, I am still eating up every single second of this book. And like, every time I pick up the book, I just am immediately transported back into the world. And I feel like, especially in nursing school or in any type of stage in your life where you're really busy, you need books like that will just keep you hooked every time you pick it up. Because I am a fan of binging books. I love binging books. I'm not able to do that in the stage of life right now. So picking up a book like that where you're just transported into the world is just the best feeling ever. Like, I only read for like an hour, but I was just so locked in on the story the entire time. So anyway, guys, I'm obsessed with this book. Hey guys, it is Sunday. I am so freaking tired. I haven't been this stressed in so long, and I don't even know why I'm stressed. I have a test tomorrow, and it's gotten to the point where like I am studying, but I like am just like coming to a mental block because I keep thinking I already know this information, I don't need to study, but then whenever I like actually think about it, I don't know the information. And then I think, oh, I got a really good grade on my last test, so I'll be fine. It's just common sense, right? I just need to lock in. I have to study today. I'm gonna force myself to study. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of how I study. I usually study by making a study guide, filling out all the information, and really just diving into my PowerPoints, notes, everything. I never read the book, guys. I never read the book. And then I write everything down on a whiteboard, and I feel like, especially whenever I'm hitting the mental block of I don't want to study anymore, there's no motivation in me to do this, whenever I start writing on the whiteboard, it's kind of fun for me, so it helps me kind of study even when I don't want to, and it just doesn't feel as hard to study when I'm doing it on the whiteboard, if that makes sense. So that is what I'm going to do now. It's gotten to that point because I'm over it. I keep on getting distracted and getting on my phone, so this is how I'm going to study right now. Okay guys, it is the end of the video and it is currently Monday right now. I'm done with the week. I'm just so happy that we are on to another week. I made it through a good chunk of this book. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I didn't think that I would make it through this entire book in one video or in 1 week. That's just not realistic for me being in nursing school, so I'm very proud of myself for the progress that I made anyway. I made it through a good chunk of the book. I only have a little bit left. The reason why I love this book so much is because this fantasy is such a compelling fantasy. It's very believable. I think that in the past or recently with fantasy romance books, it's been really hard for me to believe either the love story, the actual fantasy, the romance. I don't know what it is, but for some reason it's been really hard for me to just like believe it, like have an imagination, and I'm the most imaginative person ever, and like I don't know, it just hasn't been hitting for me. Basically, the two main love interests couldn't be more different. It's a goddess and then a mortal, and this is a world where goddesses and gods are looked extremely down upon when they even engage with mortals. So at the beginning of the book, I truly was just like, how are Matilda and Vincent gonna even love each other? Because they're just so different in a world that is just so unaccepting of this relationship. I love their love story. Their romance is so compelling, and I just have loved seeing the development of it. So I'm not gonna give you guys any more else. I don't want to spoil anything. But yeah, I would definitely 100,000% recommend Wild Reverence. Thank you guys for tagging along with me in this week in nursing school. It was a stressful one, but I'm just glad that I was able to find some downtime and escape for a little bit. So anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!